Hello Scorpio, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, my friends. We're already reading into the new year. We're almost there, y'all. It is the 26th. Look, it's the 26th today, 4 days from now. So we're already kind of in that shadow phase of the new moon. The new moon is on the 30th, and it literally is opening a new door to the new year for you. I'm here to do this reading. It is for the week ahead, and you know that if you've been here before. If you've been here and you are my ride or die Scorpio, it's always for the week ahead whenever you find it, today, tomorrow, or next year. If you are a brand new Scorpio and you haven't been here before, there is a subscription button in the bottom right-hand corner of this screen if you would like to join this beautiful and growing tribe. Happy Boxing Day, by the way. If you are in the UK, if you're in Canada, New Zealand, or Australia, you know what that's all about, right? You know what Boxing Day is. It can be a day of shopping, a day of sales, maybe boxing things up that you don't need any longer to give them to those who may need them. Happy. I hope you had a beautiful, beautiful holiday. All right, here we go. Let's talk about Scorpio. We're just using tarot this time, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What is up for Scorpio? We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. We are looking at a bunch of Pentacles stuff here today. So, Five of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. You know, it feels like somebody here is disconnected from family, disconnected from a relationship. This spells disconnection for me. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse isn't putting in much effort or energy or time or money. Somebody here was giving little to no effort, and that little has gone to no effort. Feels like somebody here is feeling left out, I want to say. Left out or feeling like people don't care about them. I'm sorry if that's you this holiday season, but we do have the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like this has to do with some sort of a long-term relationship. So it could be a love or a platonic relationship. This could be family. Could be money as well. Somebody here is having a hard time financially. It could be, and if that's you, if this is all about financial things, that you're having a hard time financially, I'm going to say that's about to change because we do have the Ten of Pentacles here. Something is about to show up for you that you're not expecting. Tell me more about Scorpio, please. We've got the Queen of Swords. We've got the Queen of Wands, and we've got the Hanged Man energy. So somebody here is waiting on something here. I want to say this Hanged Man energy is telling me that somebody has been waiting on or is in a pause, or I'm waiting for this money news to come through. Maybe you're selling something, a house, a car. Maybe you're selling some things. I don't know, but it feels like somebody has been waiting, hanging here, or maybe trying to get a different perspective on what they're going to do with the money. You know, it's like when you get the tax return, right? You already got to spend what's already spent in your head before it ends up being in your hot little hands. I feel like with this Five of Pentacles here, I feel like if it is loneliness for you, if you're feeling like on the outside looking in, maybe the family got together and had a get together or friends and you weren't invited or you decided not to go. I feel like the Queen of Swords here is somebody who's got their boundaries up, but it can be pretty lonely behind the boundaries, Scorpio, right? When you do put boundaries up, and I don't care if it's with a friend, with a family member, I don't care if that's your mother, your father, your sister, or your brother. If somebody's not treating you right, I feel like you had to put up those boundaries for a reason. It does feel like somebody has put up some boundaries, and maybe there's a point in your life here that where you actually just stood up and said something, because the Queen of Swords is about liberation, right? It's about, I'm not allowing anybody to speak for me anymore. I'm speaking for myself. I feel like you have to do it to come into balance here, Scorpio, is what it feels like. I feel like this Queen of Wands here is the person who's not really putting in any effort. So whoever the Queen of Wands is, they could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. They don't have to be. This is someone who is acting in this Queen of Wands energy. We show that the Queen of Wands is sort of facing away from the Queen of Swords. So I want to say that this could be a friend, this could be a member of the family, but I feel like you're not speaking with this person and that you've drawn some sort of a boundary with this person because it feels like they're leaving you out, or they're just not giving you any effort or energy anymore. It feels like if I'm talking about something to do with finances here, it feels like somebody here is going to have to speak their plight. I want to say you're going to have to stand up for yourself and say something about the Five Pentacles, about having this financial impact. It feels like you're going to have to say something to someone, liberate yourself from this. And we'll clarify that just a little bit more, but it feels like the Queen of Wands could be the person who is the one who will take action or make the decision about this financial thing, this 10 of Pentacles. Tell me more about Scorpio, please. We've got the 10 of Swords. We've got the 2 of Cups in the reverse. I don't think you have a very good relationship with this Queen of Wands, whether they are a family member or somebody that you're romantically connected to. The 2 of Cups, when it comes up in the reverse for me, is an unhealthy relationship. Something that where, you know, it's one-sided. It's very one-sided. We've got the 8 of Wands. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like somebody is going to get some good news about financial things, about money here. You can see that the 8 of Wands is here, and the 8 of Wands is like, it's like information or things are about to move quick, or information is coming in about this 10 Pentacles. So this, I don't know what this is for you, but for some of you, it could be you get information over the holidays that you're going back to work, but you're taking a different position that pays more. Maybe you do get a bonus you weren't expecting from the employer. It could be that, but it feels like this hanged energy here tells me that you're going to have a very different outlook on the 10 of Pentacles once you get this communication about an opportunity. Feels like for some of you, there is an opportunity here that you've been hoping for and waiting on. And I feel like you're in this place of in a stall, like where you're beginning in your life to make sacrifices financially because you're waiting for this thing to come in. It could be a job. Maybe somebody has quit their job and is waiting for the answer. It feels like if you're the one waiting for something to come in terms of employment, I feel like that I'm talking about you. We do have the 10 of Swords here, and I feel like what's coming to an end is the 5 of Swords. I want to say for some of you, it's time for you to just stand up and say so. Like, you know, there's something to be said for being silent, being by yourself, being on your own. But I feel like if it's bothering you, it feels like somebody here, in order to bring the end or the end to this 5 of Pentacles, you're going to have to stand up and say something. I feel like somebody here is not necessarily in a very good place with somebody who is the Queen of Wands. It almost feels, I want to say the feeling that I'm getting between the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands is that they're so very different that they actually are more alike than they know, but they feel very different from each other. The Queen of Wands, I think, is the person who is like, you know, flying by the seat of their pants, right? Somebody who is very independent, who always gets what they want because they're willing to never stop and put whatever passion behind whatever it is that they want. They're willing to do that. And I feel like the Queen of Swords is somebody who is going to speak when spoken to, somebody who's, when asked to speak up, they are going to do so. Somebody who's going to be very, very honest, whether it bothers you or not. That the Queen of Swords is going to see it as a you problem and not a them problem. So it does feel like here that that there is some sort of communication that is not good between you and the Queen of Wands, or there's an unhealthy relationship here. Two people who there's no love lost here, and we're not speaking to each other. We haven't put any effort into this in a really long time. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. I think things are about to change here. Things are about to take a turn. We've got the Devil energy here. And we've got the Four of Cups. I feel like the reason that you stay away from this person is because you see them as toxic. You see them as someone who, I feel they are toxic. Maybe they're a person who has addictions that they're not assessing or not looking at, or choose not to speak about. We do have the Four of Cups here, and I feel like this Devil energy is where the comfort zone is possibly for the Queen of Wands. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is here because it's telling me that that something fortunate is about to happen or change. And I feel like it has to do with the Devil energy. It feels like there is some sort of expansion, or somebody's going to be found out. Something will be seen. It feels like something will be seen. Something will change according to this this Devil energy here. And I feel like it feels like it could be alcohol, or it could be drinking, or maybe, you know, you just don't hang out around this person because you're not interested in dealing with them when they've had too much to drink. I feel like the Devil energy, though, is a comfort zone for someone, and it could be for the Queen of Wands. It doesn't have to be, but it feels like there is somebody here who their comfort zone is whenever they get to a group of people, they drink a lot. And so I feel like maybe you haven't seen this person in a while and something has changed. I feel like if you decide to speak to this person or speak up about however you feel about the situation, I feel like somebody here is ready to speak about it, I want to say. For those of you who are looking at this as this employment that I was talking about, this really big employment opportunity here, I'm just going to talk about that for a second. We do have the 9 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles. Look, it does feel like there is a decision that's being made in your favor. It feels like, for those of you who have already gone for the interview and maybe you're going in for the second interview, that's what it feels like here. It feels like the way that you presented yourself was very confident. Someone who is a leader, somebody who is very kind to others, I want to say, but someone who really knows how to grow money, grow pentacles, grow energy, someone who is a natural leader. Feels like here that there's a decision that's about to be made because the 2 of Pentacles is here. And we do have the 7 of Pentacles. This is going to be hard work, I'm going to say. It's going to be hard work, and I feel like you're ready for it because I feel like you've really been working on yourself. 7 of 1 Pentacle is 8. I feel like you've really been working on yourself a lot, and I feel like you're ready for this, but it's not going to be any easy task. I'm just going to say with the 7 of Pentacles showing up, I feel like you've been waiting for this for a really long time, and I feel like it's about to show up because the 9 of Pentacles is here. I feel like you really made a good impression if you're the one who's gone for the interview, or somebody who is, maybe you went for an interview with a bank and maybe you're looking at getting a loan. I feel like if that's the case, then I feel like the loan is coming through. Got the Tower. Yeah, this is going to come in when you least expect it here. We do have the Death card and the 6 of Cups. So I'm going to say that I'm going to ask you to do something for me, Scorpio. I'm going to ask you to stop thinking about the future as though it were the past. I feel like I'm connecting with a Scorpio who's saying, I know what you're talking about. It's never going to be mine. Things like that don't work out for me. You are using old information from the past. You are never going to manifest anything new if you don't get out of this old thought pattern of it's never going to work out for me. That keeps you tied to the past, and what you need is to move forward. So I feel like you're supposed to stop with the nostalgic stuff. Things don't work out that way for me, Elsie. You're wrong. I don't know what you're talking about, because I feel like a Tower is coming in and things are about to get a whole lot easier for you. That's what it feels like. Financially, something is going to go right for you, whether that's a job or you get the loan or whatever it is, something's going to be said in your favor here. Let's go back to this 10 of Swords here and the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like it's the end of you feeling like you're left out, I want to say. We've got the Strength card. We've got the World card. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. You know what? I think somebody's ready to give you just a little bit of their energy. It does, I want to say that something has changed. So the person who has been residing in the Devil energy, I want to say something has changed with them. And I feel like there's going to be a conversation about it. So I feel like the combination of you being brave enough to stand up and be heard and say the things that you want to say, I feel like the Strength card is showing up with the Queen of Swords, because you're going to have to be strong. I'm going to say what you got to say, even if your knees shake, even if your knees tremble. It's time for you to just stand up and say it. Be strong enough to do so. Look, I don't really know a Scorpio who has a hard time speaking their mind, but I feel like maybe when you do speak your mind, you cause issues because you don't really care what anyone else thinks. And so I think you need to reel that in just a little bit, is what I think is going on here. I feel like the Queen of Swords is going to teach you how to do that, because the Queen of Swords doesn't mean to be argumentative or ruffle feathers. This is a person who's really just giving the truth, but in a very honest and assertive way. An assertive way is not an aggressive way. And I think in the past that maybe you've been a little bit aggressive. I think it's the end of that. I'm going to say with this 10 of Swords here, you're releasing that energy and you're going into this energy of, biting your tongue and being strong. And that is the strength. Having the power to wield the sword, but keeping it in the sheath is the strength. It's the weak person that must pull the sword every time there is a problem. And so I feel like you're a strong person. I feel like you're a person who's going to keep the sword in the sheath. We've got the World card here, and I feel what you want to do is just end this beef, is what it feels like. With the 2 cups in the reverse, it feels like that this was an unhealthy relationship. And it does feel platonic to me. It feels like it's a friendship or a member of the family. It feels like what's changed is the person who is toxic is now refusing drinks. They're now refusing cups. So it feels like this person who was very toxic in the past, possibly an alcoholic or drank too much, and maybe they caused issues at, meetings or family gatherings. I don't feel like they're that person anymore. I feel like this Queen of Wands is somebody who's got it all under control here. I feel like the World card is telling me it's the end of all of this. It feels like there's some sort of an accomplishment or a milestone that the Queen of Wands has come to. And I feel like this person is someone who is trying to change themselves because the Wheel of Fortune is here. It's divine timing. It's their destiny that we change how we are with other people. This person has quit drinking. That's what it feels like if this is somebody who's drinking too much. We've got the Six of Pentacles, and I feel like this person is somebody who's now willing or ready to give. Look, sometimes it's not that people don't want to give, it's that they don't know how. Or, they're stuck to an addiction that makes them think a certain way. And so I feel like there is somebody here and the thing is too, is that I feel like there's somebody here who's changing, and you need to give them the credit for changing. Because if you're going to stick them back there and say you're never going to change and stick them to their past, then they're going to do the same to you, and that's why you don't get along. So I feel like if we can close this door and look at this as an accomplishment, and where we didn't used to hold our tongue, maybe we will. And the Six of Pentacles tells me that somebody is going to begin to give to you rather than just take from you. Tell me more about Scorpio, please. We've got the Seven of Cups, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Sun. So for those of you who are looking at this financially, because there's a lot of pentacles over here, right? It feels like that there's a breakthrough in the work path here. That's what it looks like here. That something that you do is being noticed by someone. And I want to say that if you're waiting on a job, this is work for me. And then the Sun is here. And I feel like it's after a while of, waiting with hoping for opportunities. Like maybe the Seven of Cups is all the resumes you've been putting out there, hoping and wishing that it's going to work out for you. I feel like for some of you it is. I feel what's coming to an end is this hopelessness, or the feeling of being overwhelmed, or the feeling like it's not going to work out for you. The Sun tells me it is going to work out for you. You are headed for happier days. Happier days. The Sun is here. It's a breakthrough. This is a growth spurt. What's growing is your talents are growing. Possibly your money's growing. Possibly your financial world could be growing. I feel like there is a job coming in for somebody who has been waiting for somebody to make a decision. I feel like you're going to hear about that in the new year, in the week ahead. When we put resumes in December, sometimes that's what they do. They stop hiring until the new year, and then they reassess everything, right? I feel like you're going to end up with stability in the home, stability at work. It feels like, things are coming into balance here. Things are very much coming into balance, and it is the moment of alchemy here for you. Let's find out what the outcome is here. So, you can do whatever you want with this person who is the person who was not good to you, or I'm going to say that the person who was acting out when they were drinking too much, but I feel like they're refusing alcohol now, and I feel like things have changed for them. So I suggest that you treat them as such. If you don't want to be held, your feet don't want to be held to the fire of the stupid shit you did back there, then stop holding people to their stupid shit. And when you see change in them, encourage the change, and then the wheel moves forward. We've got the outcome as the King of Wands, we got the Five of Wands, and we've got the Three of Wands. So I do feel that there is, with the outcome, it's telling me that you're going to feel motivated, I feel, to wait for something better to show up. It feels like, better days are coming. I want to say financial things. If this is a person in your family or a friend, somebody who is trying to change their life, I feel like you've been holding yourself back from them. But the fact that everyone's been holding back from them is motivating them to move forward here. I feel like you've been waiting for them to change, and I feel like this person is coming to you with change. Tell me more. Yep, there it is. Judgment card. Somebody's made a really big decision to change the trajectory of their life, and I just want to ask you to respect that. They're coming with clarity, with a clear mind. When you're drunk or you're drinking too much, you don't have clarity of the mind. And I feel like this person is coming to you in a stable way. They're a person who's now settled in their life. They're somebody who is loving themselves more, who is being very clear with people. I want to say it is their decision to stop with the shenanigans, and they are coming in because it is a time of growth, not just for you, but for the people around you as well. All right, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Why is that? Because we have the Emperor and the Chariot. So I feel, oh, look, we have the Empress too. It looks like here that after a very long time, there could be two people that are coming together again. And look, the Emperor and the Empress, they are on the same vibration. They could be people who are in romantic love. They could be people who are in platonic love. It could be mother and father. It could be people who are really bossing up in their lives. But it looks like there's going to be some success here and some balance between these two people. And it could very well be that, you know, we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. It could be the Empress was the one who was kind of over everybody's stuff, whether you are the feminine or the masculine Empress. I feel like it's taken a long time for somebody to level up to the Emperor energy, but this could be the person who is in the Devil energy too. Take it as it resonates for you. Scorpio, I'm just going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and for watching. I do appreciate you. Go at it with compassion. See what happens. Give somebody a chance. I'm going to go for now. Love you guys. I'll be back. And because I'm always back. Love ya. Bye.